the early months of the Clone Wars, using intelligence gathered by the covert listening outpost known as Skytop Station, General Grievous was able to lead a series of offensive campaigns against the Republic in the Mid-Rim. These campaigns would ultimately become known as the Skytop Station campaigns. Initially, these campaigns were remarkable successes for the Separatists and led to panic within Republic command. The end result was a fleet of Republic forces continuously fleeing from a fleet of Separatist Munificent-class frigates. Following multiple defeats in this campaign, the Republic had lost access via hyperspace lanes to Bespin, Kessel, and Mon Calamari due to Separatist assaults, all within the span of a single month. And while this led to chaos within Republic command, something even more frightening was around the corner. Republic intelligence had decoded that one of Grievous's next targets would be the world of Bothawui, home of the Bothans, a race that is significant to Republic intelligence. The loss of Bothawui would be a significant blow to the Republic's intelligence gathering apparatus. The decision was quickly made that a Republic task force would be dispatched to Bothawui to defend the system. However, while en route, they were forced out of hyperspace by an attack carried out by Grievous's forces. This attack was unable to significantly damage the Republic battle group, and Grievous was forced to withdraw and plan an alternative strike, instead striking at Republic forces guarding the world of Faline. Ultimately, unlike the first engagement, the Battle of Faline ended in the destruction of an entire Republic battle group. Meanwhile, the Republic force sent to Bothawui was able to dig in and plan a defensive operation. After destroying the Republic forces at Faline and feeling confident from his recent victories, General Grievous led his forces to the Bothawui system. When he arrived, he found a Republic fleet of 3 Venator-class Star Destroyers, led by the Resolute, standing vigilant behind the Asteroid belt forming the ring around Bothawui. Grievous's fleet ultimately consisted of 6 Munificent-class star frigates, the mainstay vessel of the Separatist Navy. Grievous's forces began approaching the Republic battle group, however, a decision was made by the general. Fearing the heavy turbo lasers mounted on the top of the Venator-class Star Destroyers and understanding the threat that they posed to his fleet, he opted to instead bring his vessels through the asteroid field, a move that was risky but had potentially high rewards. Believing that the asteroids would shield the rear of his formation, he ordered his forces to continue with all of their energy shifted to their forward deflectors. Meanwhile, the Republic Venators held firm, not reacting to the advancing Separatist ships and refraining from opening fire. Miraculously, none of the Munificent-class frigates were damaged by the asteroids as they passed through the rings of Bothawui, emerging on the other side in position to engage the Venator-class Star Destroyers on an even plane, making their heavier turbo lasers less than effective. With a clear shot easily lined up, Separatist forces opened fire on the Republic battle group. All 3 Venators quickly came under fire from the heavier forward turbo lasers on the Munificent-class frigates, and this fire ultimately resulted in one of the Venators taking significant damage, including the destruction of its command sector and bridge. As the Separatist forces continued to advance, a flight of V-19 Torrents, led by Anakin Skywalker, this flight being known as Gold Squadron by the way, were deployed from the Resolute. As these fighters screamed towards the advancing Munificent-class frigates, the Separatist forces opened fire on the Republic starfighters. This fire quickly whittled down their numbers, resulting in Anakin ordering Gold Squadron to wave off and return to the Venators. However, it's right around this time that Republic forces were able to spring their trap. A number of the battle groups, All-Terrain Tactical Enforcers, or ATTEs, had been stationed on the rocks within the rings of Bothawui, and once Separatist forces had advanced past them and the rocks rotated around for the Separatist ships to be within firing range, the primary weapons on these ATTEs opened fire. Simultaneously, the weapons on the remaining Venator-class Star Destroyers also opened up on the advancing Separatist fleet. With fire now raining down on them from 2 directions, chaos reigned within Separatist leadership. There was confusion as to where this attack was coming from, as there were no Republic vessels behind them. And with this withering fire coming from both directions, they had no idea where to focus their shields. Grievous attempted to order a withdrawal, however, his forces were too confused, and the fire was simply too intense. He was forced to flee to his fighter and escape the battlefield on his own. The only Republic starfighter that remained engaged in the fighting following Gold Squadron's wave-off was the Delta 7B, piloted by Anakin Skywalker, which pursued General Grievous. However, in that engagement, the Delta 7B was significantly damaged, and Grievous was able to escape into hyperspace. Ultimately, this engagement brought Grievous's offensive to a grinding halt, and halted all further Separatist offensive actions in the area. Ultimately, the Skytop Station campaign itself would come to a halt with the destruction of Skytop Station not that long after this battle. The only other significant outcome from this engagement was the loss of R2-D2, Anakin Skywalker's personal astromech droid, which included crucial strategic data for the Republic military. This led to a long operation carried out by the Republic to attempt to regain control of the astromech droid, which contained crucial intelligence. Ultimately, the Battle of Bothawui, while it didn't receive very much screen time, was a fairly significant battle in the early days of the Clone Wars. It played a crucial role in halting the meteoric advance of Separatist forces in the early days of the war. This engagement didn't take place that long after the Battle of the Rendilia system, which saw the destruction of the Malevolence, the only subjugator-class battlecruiser to see action in the war. And if you'd like to learn more about that engagement, I'll leave a link in the upper right-hand corner to my battle analysis on that. And if you have any other military engagements you'd like to see included in future episodes of Battle Analysis and added to the archive, you can leave that down below in the comments. Last but not least, if you enjoyed this video, head down below, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon so you get notified when I upload new videos. So for Sci-Fi Deep Dive, I'm Colin, and I will see you next time.